24/7 cash flow family, this is absolutely insane. The mayor of Chicago just proposed a $300 million property tax increase on all citizens of Chicago. Let's check it out.
To ensure that we don't lay people off, to ensure that we hold our obligation, to make sure that we continue to make
your obligations to who? To the residents of Chicago, to the people, the landowners and the property owners of Chicago. Who did you make these commitments to?
Make sure that we invest in housing and youth employment and mental health and safety. That is why this budget currently includes a property tax increase of $300 million to fund and keep our commitment to fund not just our pension contributions, but to fund.
Whose pension contributions? Do the residents of Chicago all get a pension that I'm not aware of? So who's he speaking about when he's talking about the pensions? Is he talking about city workers' pensions? I'm not saying you should eliminate city worker pensions or anything like that, but to make the entire city pay for that, I don't know if that's the right move.
On the future of our city. When it came down to either mass layoffs, curbing vital city services, or an increase in property taxes, I would certainly much rather tax the rich. But I did have to make the choice to increase our property taxes.
So basically what he's saying is I would much rather tax the rich, which is probably what he promised as part of his campaign, but I'm going to tax the poor. I'm going to tax everybody in the city. I'm going to do it by jacking up your property taxes to the tune of $300 million. So this certainly would have a major impact on not only just regular citizens, but also investors. If you've been looking at Chicago as an area for you to invest in because it has cheap real estate, it has really good real estate, by the way, good cash flow assets, you may want to think twice and look into potential property tax increases in the future, because a big part of your cash flow is the property taxes. It's your mortgage, your insurance, and your taxes. Those are the big three. So if your taxes go up 300%, 400%, then your cash flow is going down proportionately. This is why it's very important to read the fine print and do your research on whatever cities you're going to invest in if you're investing out of state. Let's see what else he has to say about this.
And I understand that today I'm asking families to lean in yet again and do a little bit more in order to make sure that their neighbors are not laid
I would say it's a lot of bit more, potentially.
Off, and to make sure that we don't have to cut vital city services. I know that across the city, working families make tough decisions every day. God knows that I do. And whether it's the cost of childcare, paying utilities, certainly I know the challenge of paying utilities. And even going grocery shopping and buying food for our families, I know adding to those tough choices is not easy.
But I'm going to do it anyway. And that's the moral of the story. So guys, what do you think about this property tax proposal? Is it fair to increase taxes by $300 million on all citizens of Chicago? Do you agree with it as an investor? Is this something that you've been thinking about? Are you concerned with it? Drop a comment. Let's talk about it. Stay tapped into the 24/7 cash flow family, where we leverage real estate to break free from the 9 to 5. Brian Grimes, your real estate mentor. I'll see you guys on the next one.